Hey guys, that's Fifa here. I want this 90 rated Prime Icon Emilio Butragueno player review. So I thought I'd do something a bit different today, as it's been a while since I uploaded an outfield player review, and you guys seem to like the Gary Lineker video. Since then, there's been a massive market crash, and it's made players like this affordable for me to try out, and around YouTube I've seen a demand for his review, so I thought I might as well give him a try. Anyway, this is the team I played him in. Start with Kepa in goal, Robertson, Ferdinand, Sanchez and Pro in defence, Silva, Gay and Ronaldo in midfield, with Rashford, Butragueno and Lucas in attack. Butragueno is 5'6", with medium attack and low defensive work rates. He's right-footed and has a 5-star weak foot and 3-star skill moves. Look at his in-game stats, they're quite incredible, but a few which stood out to me. He's got 95 acceleration, 93 sprint speed, 95 finishing, 87 shot power, 85 long shots, 85 short pass, 91 agility, 92 ball control, and finally 93 dribbling. I used the basic chemistry style as I didn't want to boost any specific areas with this card, but it's something that you guys might want to look into. So we might as well start with the best thing about this card for me, which was his pace. 94 puts him as one of the fastest strikers in the game, and he definitely feels that fast in game. 95 acceleration means that he hits full sprint speed as soon as you pull down the trigger, and once he hits maximum sprint speed, only the fastest defenders even have a chance of catching him. This breakaway speed makes him deadly when finding those little gaps in defences, where you can just send him a through ball and you know he'll run onto it. As I've mentioned his pace, I'll talk about his dribbling, which is equally one of the best aspects of the card. The combination of his amazing pace and dribbling means that Butragueno feels just as fast on the ball as he does off it. His agility allows him to turn without feeling clunky in any way. His ball control means he can bring in any pass without taking an initial heavy touch, which is vital to the way I found this card plays. His dribbling allows you to just weave in and out of defenders and keeps your opponent guessing as to which way you'll turn next. These stats make Butragueno feel like those elite icons that you'll see the pros use, such as Eusebio and Cruyff, except for he's half the price. They just feel a level above other cheap icons. Shooting wise, this card doesn't disappoint. Unfortunately, I was struggling to hit time finishes whilst using this card, which is completely down to me being out of practice. As you're seeing a lot of the clips, I'm either hitting it too early or too late. I still managed to get a positive goal to game ratio with him, but he could have probably doubled his tally if I had hit them in the green. Finishing wise, Butragueno is one of the most clinical players in the game from inside the box. In a couple of goals I scored, you can see how he places the ball just inside the post, making the shot basically unsavable for the goalkeeper. His shot power seemed decent enough most of the time. Occasionally, I would have benefited in it being a little bit more powerful to take it past the goalkeeper, but it's powerful enough to do the job, and his finishing most of the time takes the ball out the keeper's reach. Long shot wise, I managed to score a couple of decent goals from range. However, I noticed I had more success hitting them straight across goal rather than time finesse for some reason. Maybe it's because of his 79 curve, but either way, I'd recommend shooting straight across from goal. I mentioned his 5-star weak foot here, as it's really a massive positive of the card. I scored a couple of goals using his left foot, and having the option to shoot on either side really does bring a whole new dimension to your attack. Being able to strike the ball on either foot allows you to keep your opponent guessing as to which side to defend, and stops him from easily containing your shots. This also goes for his passing, it was just as good on his weaker foot. Speaking of passing, Butragueno has one of the best abilities I've used so far from an out-and-out striker. His 89 vision and 85 short passing means that he can not only score goals, but he can set them up for your other attackers. It really feels as if he's got a combination of a striker and midfielder, and it's good in game. The final positive was his 84 stamina. Of course there's still room for improvement, but as far as icons go, this is fairly decent. I managed to use him for 2 games in a row without putting a fitness card in him, but I was playing division rivals, so if you go into extra time in the weekend league, you might want to apply him before starting your second game. Now on to the negatives, the first one being he really doesn't offer much in terms of aerial ability. Although 84 jumping does allow him to win the odd header, the only time you really ever notice his heading accuracy is if he isn't contested in the air. At 5'6", you can't expect him to win much and he doesn't, but then again he isn't that sort of player anyway. The next negative was that he sometimes took a little long to get into the box compared to other attackers. This was without a doubt caused by his work rates, being medium attacking and low defensive. He doesn't always have the urge to be pressed against the back line and trying to sprint through your opponent's defence. The next negative is his 3-star skill moves. This is the main reason why you don't really see any of the pros use his card, and it's also why a player of his level is worth around half the price of other icons with similar stats. This card is one of those that can help you beat difficult opponents, however it becomes more difficult when you can't rely on any skill moves, and it makes it easier to defend against. So overall, I'm going to give 92 Butragueno a 9.5 out of 10. Although I consider him a top elite player, he does have 3 standout negatives, and because of these, he's not a player that everyone will like. If you prefer smaller and agile players, then this guy should be near the top of your list for strikers. He's really fun to use, and the combination of all his positives, if used right, can make him a player that can cause your opponents to rage quit. I believe I gave Lineker the same rating. I was probably a little too generous, but he did actually manage to score more goals than this Butragueno. However, this card feels a level above Lineker in this game. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and don't forget to subscribe. And to request any future content, then please leave a comment in the comment section below, and I'll be sure to reply.